guys, welcome to DIY with Lenny. Today I'm going to show you what I got from the Dollar Tree. I went over there to get some spray lavender so that I can make a flower arrangement or something like a flower pot. See that? I made one so that I can show it to you. The pebbles is underneath the flower. See that? Okay, so the reason why I'm showing that to you now because normally when you make those, you put either moss or other stuff, but I like the pebbles, so that's what I got instead. So for that project, I bought the 4 plum color lavenders, the spray, 4 of these, and then 4 of the lavender color. They're $1.25 each. And then 2 of these, 2 package of that, so that would be 4. And then 2 package of the wood slices, which is it came with 2 slices, so there's 4 of that. So basically we're making 4 flower pots. Okay, I got this for the pots. I just bought one because I wanted to show it to you. I have some styrofoam, so I'm going to use them, and I'm actually just showing that to you so that if you don't have one, that's available over there. I also get the sponge so that I can use it for the paint when I paint my pots, to tone them down a little bit more because it's too light and I want it to look old and maybe worn out or dirty. And that's why I have only green and brown. If you want it to look more lighter with white, that looks good too, but I don't want that one. Okay, so I also not gonna be using this. Actually, I have a brush, of paint brushes, and that's what I'm using for it. And I bought some ribbons. So the total of these project, guys, is like 25 bucks. And that's what I'm going to make for flower pots for spring and also Easter. For a different budget, I bought these moss rabbits instead of buying it somewhere else. Since they're available in Dollar Tree, I just grabbed 6 of them. They're $3 each, but they're very light. They're all styrofoam made, but that's okay. I don't really care. And that's gonna be for my centerpiece for my dining table. And also these are all $1.25, the carrots, and you can't beat that. You can't really make that for that price. So I got that. So I just wanted to show it to you, all the stuff that I got from Dollar Tree. And really quick, last one is the pebbles. They sell those in a package, so you can grab probably a couple of those if you decided to put them on top of the flower pots instead of the moss. They also have moss over there too if you want. So it's just your preference. Okay guys, we're gonna start painting the pot. So this is the second coat. As it dries up, it gives you that different pattern. Just make sure you brush it off so that it doesn't have clumps. guys, we're gonna add a green paint with the brown, just a little bit of that, and mix it all up. Just like that. Okay. And just keep brushing it off until it fades. If you want to add another brown layer, like the top layer on it, it's probably best so that you can sort of blend the green a little bit more. Just like that. Brown. So it's like a old pots with a little bit of moss in there growing, and looks like a little bit of dirt in there rubbed off. Just try to blend in your green. Okay guys, we're gonna do one pot. This is the finished product that's already dry. You can see. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's not supposed to, it's handmade. We're gonna use this one, and we're gonna have to measure it. See, it doesn't fit right, it's too big. So we're gonna have to trim it. I don't normally measure it. You can. I would probably measure it from here, you know, instead. Just trace the bottom. But it might be smaller or bigger than that. So what I do, I just slice it up side by side, like that. And just trim it until it fits the pot. There you go. You still can glue it, that way it doesn't come off when you stick the flowers in there, which I probably will do it. So basically I'm just gonna do probably this way, the bottom. Glue the bottom, stick it all the way down. Since it's deeper, I'm gonna add one more layer in there with the styrofoam. Just use the one that's cut already, like this, and that should be good. Okay, put that aside. We're gonna grab two, and we're gonna stick them in there. But before you do that, push all these leaves up. All of them, because it's easier to work with when you stick it in the pot. Okay. It doesn't have to be like at the same height, because once you stick it in there, you can actually adjust that. Some of these are gonna be shorter and some of them are gonna be longer, so that you have layers. So just gonna separate the lavender color and then the plum. Okay, so what I do is I make a pattern, right? So I find the really long one first, and the longer, and I use the plum. Okay, so the reason why I said push all the leaves up, because then you can have a space to hold the stem. So I make a pattern of the middle first, and that's gonna be the middle, the tall one. Okay, and then the same color on the sides, just like that. Push it down a little bit more, that way it's a little shorter. Okay, the same thing, but put it in an angle. When you stick it inside the styrofoam, put it in an angle. And I don't glue this, it doesn't need gluing. Okay, so that's the pattern. Can you see? Okay, now we're gonna do the lavender. Okay, the tall one again. It's gonna be the opposite, right in the middle, but the opposite. So the both sides, just like that, and push it down like an angle, and you turn around and you do the same thing here, just like that. See, just like that. And then you do the plum. Okay, you just rotate it. You're gonna add the plum right in the corner, each corner. So basically on one side it's gonna be, this is gonna be the center. Okay, the light one is gonna be the center, and then the plum is gonna be on the sides, just like that. See that? Okay. Okay guys, so the middle part, okay, you can do either plum or your lavender. 3 of those in the middle, tall in the middle, and then both sides are going to be short. And then you do the opposite on this side. I would call it your right side. Okay, just like that. And then on the other side, we're gonna pull this and actually add the plum in there instead. That way you have a pattern. And then you do the lavender instead. See, here you go. Just like that. Okay, and you got 3 more left, and all you're gonna do is kind of fill it in the middle. Okay, just fill it up where it's like a little bit empty, just like that. One more. Here we go. There. And just play with it. Now it does look sparse on the bottom, but don't worry about it because we're gonna push down the leaves as soon as we're done. So all you're gonna do is make sure that everything is like even and nice and full on top. Push down the sides. Okay, so there you go. That's the second step. The first step is to glue the styrofoam. The second one is when you cut your flowers and you stick it in there with the pattern. You know, again, 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle. Okay, and you can rotate the colors, and also 3 in both sides. And then if you have 3 leftovers, you stick it in the middle here, or you know, wherever it's a little bit sparse, and you can see that by looking down here. Okay, and then you just play with it, push it down, adjust it and everything, and make sure it looks good. Now, okay guys, we're gonna add the gravel or the pebbles. Okay, all you're gonna do is hold this sideways, drop your pebbles. Make sure they're even. Okay? And just fill it up until it's full, nice and level. Okay, and it's covered. And then just start pushing down the leaves all the way to the bottom. There's 2, so 1 at a time and nice and gentle. Okay? You're just gonna push it down very slowly. There you go. Okay? So until you cover the bottom nice and full. When you pull down the leaves, do not pull the leaves itself because it will pull out. It will come off. So what you want to do is grab the bottom of it, right? I don't know if you can see, like the whole leaves. Okay, the group of it. Pull it down. That way it's easy to come down and it doesn't pull out the leaves every time. See, this one came off because I pulled it out. And it's a very delicate flower. There you go. And that's what you look for, is fullness. Okay, let's get this situated and I'll show you the finished look. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I'm just gonna give you a tour.